Hey guys, David here, and today I thought I'd show you my PS3 games update. Now obviously I've done a video before on my video games, but this time I decided to do just a video on my PS3 games, then later on I'll do my 360 games and my Wii and Wii U. So here we go, with the PS3. Now obviously I've got the Aliens Colonial Marines on the PlayStation 3. Now obviously a lot of people complain about this game and they say that Alien vs Predator is a lot better, and that's totally understandable and that's their opinion, but obviously personally for me I find the Colonial Marines to be better than Alien vs Predator, and I find it that obviously this has obviously the aspect of multiplayer more than Alien vs Predator did, whereas this has got the 4-player co-op. As good as this game is, it does have its faults. Now obviously it was in development for a very long time, and obviously it should have been a heck of a lot better than it was, but for the game it is, it's decent, it's playable, so obviously for that aspect I enjoy it. And obviously this is the collector's experience, and obviously you've got the alien and the model with it in the game. Anyway, that's that. And then we've got my Marvel collection. So we've got Captain America, Super Soldier, absolute awesome game. Aspect, gameplay, fighting ability, playing as Captain America, Super Soldier is really good. I could see them, if Sega did it again, I could see them making a sequel to this, and I think if they followed the same kind of mechanics and made it even longer, it would be absolutely even as awesome as this game. So there you go, Captain America. The Amazing Spider-Man. Now obviously some people complain about the Spider-Man games, but I like the Spider-Man games. So the Amazing Spider-Man is one of those top Spider-Man games for me. And we have Deadpool. Now obviously my friends from America showed Deadpool on the Xbox, and obviously they're absolutely right. It's an absolute awesome game and I really enjoy playing it, and my wife loves watching me play it. There we go, Deadpool in all his glory. And we've got Spider-Man, Shattered Dimension, another one, absolutely awesome. 4 different dimensions, 4 different Spider-Mans. So there you go, as you can see them in the front. Really awesome, all different dimensions, plays different. You've got the 2099, Ultimate Spider-Man, Amazing, and the North Spider-Man. Now obviously the North is all stealthy, the Amazing is obviously well in combat. Ultimate unleashes the power of the black suit, so obviously you've got the symbiote version, and the 2099 explore futuristic New York as the 2099 Spider-Man. There you go. And you got Spider-Man Edge of Time. Now obviously this game is really awesome as well, another awesome Spider-Man game. Obviously you've got the Spider-Man, you've got the 2099 again, and obviously this is obviously 2 times intertwined, and obviously they've got to help each other out, but obviously whatever you do in one time affects the other time. So that's really awesome. There they are. You've got the, I've got rather, sorry, Ultimate Marvel Alliance 2, another awesome game, obviously really cool co-op, obviously really bigger characters, Hulk, Venom, Deadpool, Gambit, Wolverine, Iron Man and Captain America on the side. And obviously this is based on the Civil War between the 2 superheroes. Obviously Iron Man believes that you should be registered, and Captain America believes that all superheroes should not have to be registered as they are not criminals and therefore should have the right to choose, and obviously that is down to you through the gameplay. So another awesome game. And we have Marvel vs Capcom, Fate of Two Worlds, which is really awesome. Now obviously this obviously is an American copy of the game, as you can tell by the T for team, but inside is an English game. Now obviously I only got this because obviously I wanted to get a game earlier, and obviously because you get this awesome Marvel vs Capcom Fate of Two Worlds comic, which is really awesome, as you can see. But obviously, as I said, the game is not American, it's English. Not that it makes any difference because the PS3 is region free, so that's not really that important. And we have Ultimate Marvel vs Capcom 3. Now obviously this is an expansion to, this is obviously even bigger than Marvel vs Capcom 3, because obviously you've got the new characters, you've got obviously Hawkeye, and you've got obviously, there they are, Doctor Strange, Virgil, the Nemesis, which is really awesome. So obviously this is even bigger. So obviously this has got 8 new stages and 12 new fighters, bringing the total to 48. And obviously you've got really awesome characters. Right, let's move on. Here we go. Here we go. Another awesome zombie game, Dead Rising 2, which is really awesome. Obviously I had the first on the Xbox, but obviously don't have that anymore because obviously, well, I gave it to my brother-in-law, and obviously he's really enjoyed it. So I've got Dead Rising 2. That's an awesome game. Build different kind of weapons, and so really awesome. Looking forward to the third on the Xbox One. Obviously, I hope to get PS4 first, but that's not because I don't like the Xbox One, just because of the fact there are more games I could think of getting for the PS4 right now. And then we got Dead Rising 2 off the record. Now obviously you might recognise this character from Dead Rising 1. Frank West, yep, is back. And obviously this is basically Dead Rising 2, but obviously instead of being the main character from Dead Rising 2, obviously you're playing as Frank West, so it's probably the exact same, but obviously different aspects, and you've got a sandbox ability, and it is a really good game. It's totally just as good as the second. It's kind of like what would happen if Frank West was there, and so that's really good. Here we go, Prototype 2, another awesome game. Obviously this I find a lot better than the first. The first Prototype I found to be rather tricky and the mechanics didn't work very well, whereas obviously this I found to be, the mechanics were worked out, and the attacks and the abilities and the gameplay were a lot better than the first. So obviously if I recommend anyone that I found Prototype 2 quite tricky, get this one, because obviously this is a lot better than the first. Different abilities, and obviously the main bad guy is, as you can see, the main character of the first, so that's an even funnier twist. Here we go, Majin and the Forsaken Kingdom, which is another awesome game by Bandai. It's really awesome. You've got obviously the Majin, who obviously helps you out, and it's directed by Yoshi Okamura of Resident Evil and Street Fighter. This is a really awesome game. There you go, I really like this game. I have the Metal Gear Solid HD Collection, which is really awesome. So you've got Metal Gear Solid 2, Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater, and Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker. You've got 3 awesome Metal Gear games all on one disc in HD. It's really awesome. And I've got a HD collection of the Zone of the Enders, which is really awesome as well. Really awesome robot, Japanese flying around anime awesome game. High speed robot. I have heard they're making a third, so I'm really looking forward to that. And I can't wait for that on the PS4. I have Red Faction Armageddon, which is another awesome game. We enjoy it. It has a very funny weapon in this. Now obviously I'm not going to tell you what it is, but obviously if you have and completed this game, you will know what it is. Now obviously I don't want to spoil it for anyone, so I can't really say, but if anyone wants to know, well, you can look it up. So it is a funny weapon, and it's one of my favourite weapons as you complete the game, so that's really awesome. And here we have Spider-Man Web of Shadows, which is another awesome Spider-Man game. So obviously you can have the black suit and the red suit, which gives you different aspects and storyline. Really awesome. X-Men Origins Wolverine, which is one of the best Wolverine games I've played. It has absolute epic action, fighting, button sequences. It's really epic cinematic battles, and it's really good. Uncaged edition, it's really awesome. I recommend it. I have Pain on the PlayStation 3, which is a funny kind of multiplayer kind of mini game kind of thing, and obviously you see a woman there with massive boobies, as you can tell. Which obviously you can play as her as a nurse. And obviously you shoot people out of a kind of catapult and try and do as much damage by smashing into things, buildings, cars, and seeing how much damage you can do just by firing them out of catapults. So that's really awesome. I have Buzz Quiz TV, which I love playing with my wife and my family, which is another awesome kind of quiz game, answer questions. I have iPet, obviously Little Monkey, which is one of my favourite animals, Little Monkey. Right, moving on. Whoop. Here we go. Slide over. It's quite tricky, but never mind. Ghostbusters, the video game, which is another awesome game. Really love the Ghostbusters. Really awesome. That's an awesome player. Obviously, it's quite hard to find people to play multiplayer with, so obviously it tends to be just playing the game on my own and that. But it's still an awesome game. I have Naughty Bear, which is another awesome game. Really enjoy that as well. Or like Stuff and Fluff, or Defluff the Bears. Defluffication, which is as they say in the game, which is really awesome. The Simpsons game, which is really good as well. Really enjoy the Simpsons game. Oh, bye bye games. Sleeping Dog Limited Edition, which is another awesome Square Enix game. Kind of like Grand Theft, running around and driving cars. Obviously you're a policeman and you've got fighting style and martial arts, so that's a really awesome game. Here we go. Sengoku Basura Samurai War Heroes. Obviously anyone who's played Dynasty Wars will kind of know this kind of game. It's a kind of Dynasty Wars, but it's by the creator of Devil May Cry. And obviously, love Devil May Cry, absolutely awesome series. So obviously this is really good Dynasty Wars, kind of big battles, armies, taking on enemies and doing as much damage and taking out the armies, and that's a really awesome game. Unreal Tournament, another first person shooter which I really enjoy playing. Really awesome. Here we go. Rage. This is a really good game because obviously, as you can see, it's from the creators of Doom and Quake, and obviously I really enjoyed Doom and Quake. Now obviously this is a really good first person shooter, obviously outback desert, taking out bad guys and it is a really good game. Obviously I recommend anyone playing it. It's really fun. Ratchet and Clank, A Crack in Time. That's another awesome. Oh, sorry about that, it's my mobile. Another awesome game. Really enjoy that as well. Brutal Legend, which is another awesome. Really enjoy this. Music kind of fighting, kind of head banging, rocking video game. Bulletstorm, another awesome first person shooter. Really good. Obviously you have the ability to pull people in, and as they fly towards them you can shoot them or you can kick them and then they go into spikes and all different things. Sonic Generations, another awesome game. Really enjoy that. Obviously you've got the classic Sonic, as you can tell there, and the nowadays Sonic. So obviously there he is, the classic and the nowadays. So obviously you've got different aspects, two Sonics, two ways to play, and two awesome Sonics. There we go, Star Wars 3, The Clone Wars, another Lego game which I really enjoy as well. Enslaved, another awesome game, really enjoy it, playing as Monkey, and obviously it's by the Ninja View and Namco, really awesome. Two Lives, Two Fates, One Legendary Journey, another awesome game. There he is, Monkey. Here we go, Batman 2 DC Superheroes, another awesome Lego game. Obviously there's the Marvel superheroes that are coming out this year in October, so I'm really looking forward to that Marvel Lego game. Play that with my wife, as I played this game with my wife, and it was really funny and really awesome. They've now introduced the voices and the talking, so that's really good. Epic Mickey 2, The Power of Two, is another awesome game. I have it on the PS3, and obviously my wife has it on the Wii, so obviously she enjoys playing it on the Wii and I enjoy playing it on the PS3. But obviously you can play 2 player, so it's just as awesome as well. That's an awesome game. The Sega Mega Drive Ultimate Collection, another awesome collection of games. Loads of really good games. Sonic, Streets of Rage 1 to 3, Golden Axe 1 to 3, and Shining Force, Axe Kids, Spinball, Altered Beast. Really awesome classic Mega Drive collection games. Burnout Paradise, the Ultimate Box. So obviously really awesome Burnout driving, smashing into cars, different kind of cars, vehicles, really good game. Wet. Now obviously not a lot of people might not like Wet, and obviously it's not a massively, probably not well known game, but I enjoy it. Obviously it has really cool action, fighting style, slow motion attacks, sword. Really good, enjoy it. And obviously it has the voice of, I can't remember her name, but the woman who played Faith in the Buffy series. She does the voice for the main character, so that's really awesome as well. Heavenly Sword. Now obviously this is a really short game. Obviously it's not, yeah, but it's really short, but it's a really good game as well. So obviously it's not, doesn't have the longest time, but it's a really good game and really good facial features, and it's really good. Darksiders. Now obviously I know there's a Darksiders 2 out there, and a lot of people obviously have it, but I played the Darksiders 2 and I hated it. I just didn't find that it had the same aspect as the first. I found the first to be a lot better, and it just played a lot better. And obviously the main character does the voice of Gar as well, so that's a bonus for me, as being a big Naruto fan. So obviously I much prefer playing this game than I did the second. Some people may not agree, but that's your choice. I don't know, it's up to you. Alright, spin it around. Here we go. Infamous. Yes. Now, Infamous obviously was one of my, well, not first game to get, but one of the games I really enjoyed the first time I got it. Now, obviously, there's going to be a new one on the PS4, and that's one of the main reasons. Infamous Second Son is going on the PS4. Now, obviously, that is a really awesome game going on the PS4, so obviously that's one of the main reasons I want to get it. And obviously this is Infamous 1, and obviously you got Cole here, and obviously he's a person who obviously gets hit by this massive ball of energy, and obviously it gives him powers. Now obviously you have a choice. You can either use your powers to help people, or you can just throw the people around and turn evil. And obviously you have two sides to the story, so obviously it gives you double the fun of playing through again. So that's really awesome. And then we have Infamous 2 as Cole returns, and this time he looks even better, and obviously again you get a choice of being good or bad. So let's make a choice and sometimes be nice or sometimes be bad. Only your choice. The Last of Us. I absolutely love playing this game. Obviously if you haven't had a chance to play The Last of Us, you've missed out. It is a really good game. Now obviously it's a shame for people obviously on the Xbox, because obviously this is a PS3 exclusive. So obviously if you don't have a PS3, obviously you will miss out. But you have a lot of awesome games. So obviously it is a shame, but it's a really good game. And obviously they show video footage anyway, so obviously you can always see the story through YouTube and that. But this is a really awesome survival horror game and that. And obviously they are going to do DLCs for this, so obviously that's going to be really good. So really enjoy that game. Dungeon Siege 3, that's a really awesome Square Enix game. And obviously you got the 4 characters. You got Lucas, Aegin, Reinhardt, Catan, Katrina. It's an RPG, so obviously it's the first, kind of like Diablo. Think of it as Diablo kind of aspect of walking around as the little characters and attacking enemies and doing missions and that. So that's really cool. Resident Evil 6, one of my favourites. Now obviously there's a lot of people out there that might enjoy Resident Evil 5 more, but I found 6 to be a lot better than the 5th. And it has a lot better modes and characters and story, and I found it a lot more gripping and that, and a lot more emotional and really enjoyable. So this is one of my favourite top games so far of the Resident Evil series for me personally. Hasn't been as good since the 3rd really. Resident Evil 4 was good, don't get me wrong, I enjoyed Resident Evil 4, but I found 5th to not have that kind of aspect. And if anyone noticed, you might see it, this symbol, as my friend has told me, looks like a giraffe. Or a weird hand. And Assassin's Creed 3. Now obviously I don't own any other Assassin's Creed. I've completed all the other Assassin's Creed, but I enjoyed the 2nd, but I found that when they went to Brotherhood and Revelations, I found that they were just trying to make more money by bringing out games that weren't as good as the 2nd. And then when they brought out the 3rd, it's even better. So I found the 3rd a lot better. And as you can see over there, you can see my awesome model of Assassin's Creed 3. So obviously, yep, I really enjoyed Assassin's Creed 3. Really good. I'm looking forward to the 4th, Black Flag. That is my next game I want to get in November. That is awesome. And Final Fantasy 13 2. Now obviously I have the 13th one on the Xbox. I never have completed it, and I don't suppose I ever will. I found the mechanics quite tricky of the 13th one, whereas this one I found that they changed it, and they changed it in such a way that it works. And this, for me personally, had a better story and characters than the 13th one. This obviously is a continue on, but I found it to be a lot better in the story and the characters, so the mechanics just for me is a lot more fun. So I really enjoy this one. This is top for me. And I have the Devil May Cry HD collection, so you have Devil May Cry 1, Devil May Cry 2 and Devil May Cry 3. Now obviously I've completed 1, I completed 3, but I've never ever completed 2, just because I found that 2 was personally not as good as 1. It was just kind of like giving you 1 but changing it in a different way, so I found it not to be as fun. But I have it, and maybe one day I will complete it. But I've completed the 1st and the 3rd. Now even though the 3rd is actually a prequel, so actually I have completed it in a kind of order. And we have Devil May Cry 4, which is absolutely amazing. I absolutely really enjoyed Devil May Cry 4. Really awesome new character, as you can tell here. Really awesome. Nero. I have the model of Nero, because that's how much I think I really enjoyed playing this character, because he's really awesome. With his devil fist, or hand as it were, and can throw people around with it. You can see it there with his hand. Dead to Rights. Really enjoy this game. My wife got me this. Really awesome. Really love it. As you can see, Shadow, the dog there. Now obviously in this game, because of obviously being a big animal fan, obviously when I'm playing the game I can get a bit frustrated because of the fact that if any enemies end up killing my dog, I end up getting really annoyed. Now obviously I don't agree and never will with cruelty to animals, so obviously I really enjoy this game, but I really absolutely hate when obviously my dog gets killed, so obviously I do not like that bit in the game. Obviously you can bring him back, but obviously I don't like the fact that when he does get killed. So any enemies in this, I'm going to kick your ass. And we have Arcane Range, which is another awesome game. Obviously you can see the main character of Mad World there. And also you can see, if I can find her, oh no, she may be on the back, she's disappeared. But anyway, one of the characters in this is also Bayonetta, which is awesome. I can't find a picture of her, but she is in this game, so let's see. We have Red Faction Guerrilla, which is another awesome game. We have the Clone Wars, Public Heroes, kind of like anime. My most recent game, Lost Planet 3, really awesome game. I'm playing it now, obviously really enjoying it. Wouldn't want to live on this planet, it's very cold, but really awesome game. And we have the third Saint Rose, which is awesome. A lot of people prefer Grand Theft, and obviously, yeah, I know there's a fifth one coming out, and yeah, it might be really good. And it does, but I prefer the Saints Row series, really. I really thought it has a lot more comedy to it, and a lot funnier, and it doesn't really take itself seriously, and it's really fun to play, so yeah. And here we go, we have Saints Row 4, which I completed yesterday, which is an absolute awesome game as well. Obviously there are glitches, just as in the third, but what game doesn't have glitches? Now obviously this is another really awesome funny game with powers and giant robots, and obviously yeah, it's really good. That's a really, really good game. Also you're the president, which is funny. And we have the Force Unleashed, the Sith Ultimate Sith Edition. As you can see there is him as a Sith. It's a really awesome game. So really enjoy playing this game, I do. And we have the Force Unleashed 2 Collector's Edition. And also you got the back, you can see my little USB stick. It's a little memory card there. Awesome game. Mass Effect 2. Now see, I don't have Mass Effect 1 because obviously the Collector's Edition they have all 3 games I could never find on the PlayStation 3. I know they do it for the PlayStation 3, but I couldn't never find it. And I didn't really find the first as good as the second and third. When I first played the first, I really enjoyed it, but as soon as the second came out and I started playing it, I found that they changed it in such a way that it worked a lot better. The mechanics and the action, the fighting and the controls were a lot better in the second and the third. So that's really awesome. I still recommend the to anyone that's not played Mass Effect though. It is good. Mass Effect 3, the Collector's Edition. Really good. And I do hear they are making another Mass Effect. Now obviously anyone that has seen the ending of this will know that obviously, well, you'll know, put it that way. I'm not going to spoil anything, so obviously you'll know. And here we go again. We have Batman, the Game of the Year edition, Arkham Asylum, where obviously for this you get to play in multiplayer as the Joker on the challenge map, so that's really awesome Arkham game. Arkham Origins I'm looking forward to. Arkham City, another awesome Batman game. Here we have Batman and Robin, Catwoman, the Joker again. Really, really awesome, epic puzzle fighting, really awesome game. And here we go, we have the God of War series. Here we have the God of War Collection Volume 2, which obviously these were originally PSP games, and then they decided, let's put it on the PS3, for those of you who don't have the PSP. So obviously here you go, awesome God of War games. And then we have the collection of God of War 1 and 2, which were originally on the PS2, HD collection again. Another awesome series, God of War, Kratos, really action-packed awesome. God of War 3, another awesome God of War. Kratos once again, kicking more butt with new abilities and weapons. And God of War Ascension, I still haven't come around to completing this. I have played it, it's still really awesome. So I first played the demo of The Last of Us, that's a really awesome game. And then we come to the fighting games. Now I have on the Street Fighter 4, obviously with the awesome model of Ryu and Viper, Chun-Li at the back. Obviously in this you get the model, a movie, the game itself. That's a really awesome game. And I have Super Street Fighter 4. Super Street Fighter 4, as you can tell here. Really awesome game. Another awesome fighting game. I have Street Fighter Cross Tekken. It's another awesome fighting game. Obviously, this was obviously done by Capcom, and obviously they are doing a another Street Fighter game, but it's Tekken vs Street Fighter. So obviously that should probably come out next year. I have the Blaze Blue extended. Continuing Shift extended, sorry. There's an awesome anime kind of fighting game. Bit tricky controls, but I do like the characters, like a cat character, and that's awesome. Oh, sorry. Injustice Gods Among Us, really awesome. Love the characters. One of my favourite characters is obviously Superman in this game. And one of my favourite female characters, I would have to say, is Catwoman. She's really awesome. I have Arcane Heart 3, another anime kind of low. All females in this. This is an all-female fighting game. There are no males in this game. There are lots of females jumping around with awesome animes, bouncing everywhere, fighting. Really awesome. Mortal Kombat, another awesome game which you really enjoy. Which obviously you have Kratos, only on the PlayStation 3. This is an extra awesome character. King of Fighters 13, a lot better than 12. Another awesome fighting game, anime, awesome. PlayStation All Stars Battle Royale, kind of like Smash Brothers for those of you who have a Wii or have played it. Awesome. As you can see, Heihachi and Raiden, Jak and Daxter, Parappa the Rapper. And then we come to my Dead or Alive 5, which is another awesome game. And there she is! Kusami, which is my favourite female Dead or Alive female character, because I should say that it's Caroline, my wife, and it is. There she went, she's wearing the bikini. It's even better. Obviously in here you obviously have, you can get it out, right. You have obviously the poster, obviously here you go, the download of the bikinis. Obviously I've got all the bikini swimwear versions on the Dead or Alive games, because I'm a big Dead or Alive fan. You have the characters and the soundtrack. There she is again! Hello! Awesome fighting game, really enjoy that. I shall put that back in a minute. And now we come to my anime! Yay, enemies! The Fist of the North Star, Ken's Rage. This is the only game I have on the PS3 that I've got absolutely every trophy on. It took me absolutely ages. It took me 60 hours basically. That's probably even longer actually. It's really awesome fighting, side-scrolling kind of fighting game. And then we have the second one, which is just as awesome as the first. Really awesome, even more expansion. And then we have the Dragon Ball Raging Blast. Absolutely awesome series of Dragon Ball Z. The PS2 version is awesome. This is just as awesome and fast-paced. And then we have Raging Blast 2, which is even faster than the first. It runs a lot faster and plays just as good. So those of you, obviously I put a video up and I've showed this and the first, and awesome. I have the Dragon Ball Z Tenkaichi, Ultimate Tenkaichi, which I know my friend in America has, and that was an awesome choice because it's an awesome game. For those of you that obviously don't like the game, your loss. I really enjoy it. I think it's an absolute awesome game and I can't wait for the new one to come out. Dragon Ball Z Budokai HD Collection, another awesome one. So it's quite surprised to pick this as the first Budokai, but it is a good game. I wish they'd copied the American version though, because the American version of Budokai you get the English talking as well as Japanese. But Budokai 3 is just as awesome. So obviously it's a really good game, takes me back. Awesome. Towers of Exelia, absolutely awesome game. Obviously I did do a video of this, but obviously sound was removed because of copyright, and I can understand that. It's annoying, but I can understand it. It's an awesome anime. Towers of Grace F, which is another awesome anime RPG, really awesome. My most recent game, One Piece. One Piece Pirate Warriors 2, another awesome game. I have the first, which I will show you in a sec. Now we come to Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm 1. Only on the PS3 this was. This was never put on the Xbox 360, so obviously that's a shame. But they did get the second, and as you can see, here's the second Ultimate Naruto Shippuden Ultimate Ninja Storm 3. Another awesome Naruto game, big fan. And then we have Ninja Storm 3 Generations, obviously really awesome fighting again. More than 70 playable characters, absolutely epic. And obviously here I have Ultimate Ninja Storm 3. Now obviously I've got Ultimate Ninja Storm 3 and I've got Ultimate Ninja Storm 3 Wheel of Fun. And the reason why I've got 2 copies of the game is simple. I couldn't wait. Ultimate Ninja Storm 3 was coming out and obviously was getting this off Amazon. And obviously I was getting this off another shop which was a lot quicker. And I didn't want to have to wait for that to play it. So I decided to get Ultimate Ninja Storm 3. So I've got 2 copies. But that just means I'll get to play it and keep another copy brand new. And so that's the reason why, if anyone wanted to know. You probably didn't, but I told you anyway. The 4th Great Ninja War. It's an awesome game. I'm really hoping they're going to do another one on the PS4. So that's really awesome. Now if I can turn your attention to the telly, I will show you my games on the PS3. And for those of you who are getting bored, do not worry, this video will end soon. Or you will either explode in anticipation of waiting for this video to end. But if you have waited this long to actually get to the end and you're still here, good on you. If you're not, oh well, you're lost. As you can see, quite tricky to do with, oh sorry, my bad. Anyone that don't like my camera work, then you shouldn't be watching my videos. Dee 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 dee. Here we have One Piece Pirate Warriors. Now obviously I downloaded this is my downloaded game, so obviously you got One Piece Pirate Warriors. You got the Doom Classic Collection, awesome Doom games. You got the Call of Jericho, Gunslinger. You got the Dungeons and Dragons Chronicle Master. You got the Final Fight Double Impact, another awesome Capcom game. You got the Double Dragons Neon, side scroller. Jack and Daxter, Zombie Driver HD, Jax 3, Jax 2, Plants vs Zombie. I really wish they'd bring the second out. This is awesome. Rocket Knight, Voltron Defender of the Universe, Shadow of the Colossus, absolutely awesome game. Really enjoy it. Giant Monsters, epic. Okami, awesome. Zen Pinball 2, Marvelous Capcom 2, Scott vs Pilgrim, side scroller, absolutely awesome, love it. Film is awesome, game is awesome, just awesome. X-Men, absolutely awesome side scroller, sorry. Marvel Pinball, Burn Zombie Burn, Ghostbusters, as it sung, something strange in the neighborhood. Anyway, Ghostbusters Sanctum of Slime, which is an awesome game. It's a kind of like 4-player arcadey kind of game. You got Hell Yeah, which obviously is obviously my wallpaper for the PS3. Simpsons arcade game, awesome, loved it in the arcades, loved it on here. Skullgirls, another awesome game which only females are in, awesome characters, all bouncing around. Super Street Fighter 2 HD Collection, and the Marvel vs Capcom Origins, absolutely awesome. So there you go. Whoops, sorry, my bad. Woo. There are my new retro friends. I hope you enjoyed my video, and obviously I hope to do another video again on my other collection of the 360 games and my Wii. Please leave a comment, and if you enjoyed, like. If you didn't, don't like. Anyway, have a nice day, and do another video again soon. See you later. Bye!